All right, I am back with Mortal Kombat 11, and I am having a ball checking out this DLC system here. 40 bucks for 600 time crystals. That's great. 35 bucks for a season pass. No. Okay, no. I'm gonna say here right up front, right now, here and now, for everyone, boycott this release, or at least if you're like me and already bought it, like completely ignorant as to what actually is going on with this DLC practices, these microtransactions. I encourage you to not buy any of it. Like, don't go to the crypt, don't go to the store, don't buy the DLC. Tell them no, this is unacceptable. We don't want this. This is terrible. Now, back to the game. The stuff I Oh, so you can see all the chat. Oh, great. So there are only 12. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Back to the game, I guess. Am I gonna have to use this cutscene again? Wow. So yeah, so disappointing, right? That the DLC is as atrocious as it is. 35 bucks. Really? If definitely boycott worthy. Not acceptable. Like at this point, I would recommend waiting for an updated re-release. The re-release we know is going to come, right? The re-release where they'll include all the characters in the base game, like they should have to begin with. This really is getting out of hand. The DLC, the microtransactions, trying to force microtransactions onto people. It's getting ridiculous. And I think it's like come at the expense of the actual game too, because like I said, I've had problems with this before. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about this in Injustice 2. It seems like this came out of nowhere for this release. I would have thought they would have shoved it in Injustice before Mortal Kombat, but nope. Shove in like a classic costumes based on like classic comics and stuff like that. Like, I think it would have gone over better with them, but no. They didn't even try to do that. Bizarre. Well, not to my knowledge. I do own Injustice 2, but I have not played it yet. I'm gonna have to do that after this because, playing this is making me anxious to play like a good NetherRealm game. Why does it feel so slow? I don't. Okay. So disappointing. Okay. So slow. Okay, so the game feels weirdly stiff and weirdly slow. It's like the way I described it earlier today when I played it for the first time. It feels like every character plays like Kotal Khan from Mortal Kombat 10, right? Like they have that same sort of like sluggish movement, this lack of focus on combos. Like nothing feels fluid or intuitive. I just don't enjoy it that much. The gameplay compared to like the first two. I do think the story mode is an improvement over 10. It's still nowhere near as good as 9, but it's not as bad as 10's was. So I'm kind of digging it for that reason, but we'll have to see just how that ends. Because like if this ends badly, I could see myself like really shitting on it. Like I'm already kind of really disappointed in it. Just because of the gameplay, it's like such a downgrade from what we've gotten in the past. In the past entries. Yes, I did buy physical. Like, I cannot imagine what digital people are going through. How big is the digital download? Because like I had to download a 16 gigabyte patch for the physical version of the game. It just like ridiculous.
Yeah, I had to delete like Hollow Knight and Yoku's Island Express to make room for it. What was the other one? I can't remember what the other game was. There was a third one. I can't remember what it was. I hope it wasn't The Messenger because the DLC for that hasn't come out yet. Oh, by the way, The Messenger is really good. Was it Cuphead? It might have been Cuphead. Because I decided I was done with it, yeah. Oh, yeah, you have to download a 16-gigabyte patch for Mortal Kombat 11 on Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure how big it is on other consoles. It's probably either the same or bigger. Because like Xbox One forces you to install every game onto your console for some reason. Because they're trying to get people to, they're trying to ease people into this always digital landscape, you know? But yeah, I'm getting really sick of this third-party bullshit, right? I'm sick of like, these massive downloads, these bloated games that aren't, improvements over their predecessors. I'm sick of like microtransactions. I'm sick of like lack of single-player content. Like that's the thing I really like about the original Mortal Kombat 9. I keep saying the original 9. Mortal Kombat 9 is that had really, really good single-player content, right? It had all this cool stuff to it, and yeah, it had DLC, but like the DLC was, I didn't buy the DLC, but it didn't annoy me like the DLC for this game did. Controversies. At the moment, I'm leaning towards, well, there's a cutscene playing right now. At the moment, I'm leaning towards the SJW controversies being massively, massively overblown, while the gameplay controversies are massively, massively understated. Like, I don't think enough people are talking about how terrible the game is to actually play, right? Like, I think people are like shit posting about like the political side of things too much when that doesn't really matter that much. Like, I think the game itself should come first before that, and I think 11 does not quite match up with what we've gotten in the past. Not with 9, not with 10, not with the older games. Like, this is probably the worst Mortal Kombat we've gotten in a long, long time. Very, very disappointing, too, since this is also the first one to get a Nintendo release, but whatever. Yeah, ARMS is definitely better than this. Yeah, I'm going to say that right now. ARMS.
Jade, what happened to you? An untimely death.
Yeah. One of the things I like about the story mode is that like you have these characters integrated well into the plot, and they all have like their own allegiances. I think it feels a little bit better than 9 does in that respect, where I felt like there were too many good guys and not enough villains. Like 11 seems to be doing this thing where like there are people all over the place. You have like evil Raiden, you have like past good Raiden, you have like Johnny, future Johnny, future and past Johnny Cage and Timequake. You have like these people, and then you have like the Revenants, people coming back from the dead. They're good and evil. Like, it feels all over the place, and I really appreciate it for that, because it feels like it's really mixing things up with this one plot-wise. Like, characters are shifting their allegiances, and I think it's really well handled. A lot of fun.
Due to Raiden's incompetence.
You cannot turn us against him. We know about our deaths. They were caused by our mistakes.
Yeah, sure, whatever. So they were honest with him. Like, whatever. I thought they already said that. Oh, whatever. Whatever.
Because you stood in the way.
You lied, Jade.
Shit, how do you even... Okay. Wasn't it an accident? Yeah, shit. I am like... They're bringing up, like, these... That's one of the things I appreciate. Like, they are acknowledging continuity really, really well in this story mode. And I just haven't played 9 recently enough to really remember the exact context. It's like,
is Jade lying? Is she exaggerating? Well, I know it's like technically true. I can't remember like whether it was intentional or not because I remember it being an accident. Oh yeah. Because Shao Kahn, Raiden realized that he had to let Shao Kahn invade Earthrealm, and like Liu Kang thought that was bullshit and tried to fight him, and Raiden had to kill him. I remember that. I remember that. Again, this game has they seem to be acknowledging continuity pretty well. For the most part, like the thing that really gets me at this point is like Sonya's relationship with her family in general. Like Sonya went from like this stone cold tsundere bitch, right, to always smiling all the time and just what the fuck happened? Did like Johnny put another baby in you or what? Like, come on, man. Yeah, Days Gone. I have a lot to say about that. I saw like some pre-release footage. It looks terrible. Like even worse than I would have thought. I think they're trying to downplay how bad it actually is, and they're in like this damage control phase because they're not going to be able to do what they did with like Horizon, where they pretended it's like, ooh, it's some underappreciated masterpiece. So that's not going to happen.
Dragon brought up this today. What if the next weapon is we have to fight on? Us. Then we fight them.
Oh yeah. It's Ride to Hell Retribution meets The Last of Us. It's like if Ellie had a child with the protagonist of Ride to Hell. What's his name? Jake? That's Days Gone. Oh, the other gods have better designs this time around.
I will fight Sephiroth. But how?
Gain control of what happens. Only then time's momentum be restored.
It will be done.
So yeah, I like the redesign of the
Since this time,
Elder Gods.
I have learned about my future. That my champions fall. That I become a tyrant. If Konica is defeated, will I be consigned to this grim fate?
The restoration of time will not predetermine your destiny. That is the huge.
Yes, I have Dragon's Dogma right here. Unfortunately, I have not had the time to play it yet. I'm really anxious to, but I want to finish Mortal Kombat 11 first because I was looking more forward to that. So yeah, the plot seems handled. The pacing is better. Raiden's going through these conflicts.
Asking you to put those back.
Liu Kang and Kung Lao are being bros for the first time in this trilogy.
Who do you think?
Uh-oh. Yep, it's them. The Revenants. They're back.
Welcome to your future. Courtesy of Raiden.
Stop like mentioning that.
But it's not Lord Raiden's fault. We've both been warped by Shinobi. Shao Kahn's satellite entered. Raiden saw it coming. Did nothing.
What?
I would have defeated Shao Kahn. But Raiden wanted the glory. His lightning cut me down. No. Don't believe that. One day Raiden will betray you. Then he
I'll try Kung Lao here.
the thought of becoming you sickens me. But I won't blame Raiden.
Yo, Sean Condon did it.
She saved your life by stopping time. Fight!
Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, Kung Lao doesn't feel bad. Okay. I mean, I like Kung Lao in general, but Like, he's not like my main, but yeah, I'm fine with him. Does he have any moves named after Oddjob? Like, I'm kind of like, yeah, okay. Got him. Yeah, I have not played the online for this game. I've only played the story mode, and I've barely gotten into it. Like, I'm still on like chapter 3. Like, I have not had time to play this at all. So yeah, I haven't tried the online yet. I'm not sure how that is, and I'm not sure. I don't think I'll play very much of it because the game doesn't feel all that fun to play. Like I said, like I'm just gonna do the story mode. Maybe some, maybe the tower with the classic tower with some of my favorite characters, and then. Yep. Yeah, Kung Lao doesn't feel bad. Like I prefer a 9, but what? Our family name? But he's you. How does that make any sense? If you like beat yourself in a fight, would you like say that?
Is it me? Or could they be telling the truth?
Oh, shut up, Kung Lao.
Worry about it later.
He's the one doubting Raiden? Whatever. That was Liu Kang's thing in 9, right? Whatever. But she's already okay. Why does she need? Okay. Yep. Ultimate woke edition. Like I think the wokeness is vastly overstated. Like I haven't seen anything SJW in the story mode. Like everything I've seen, if anything, I would say this is better handled than 10. Like 10, from what I remember, is more woke than this. Like. But of course, I'm still. The new characters have such boring designs. Like this generic-looking black guy. Like what? Okay. Yeah, Saints Row. I'm very much looking forward to that. I've heard good things about that for years now. People. Bless me. What? I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze and I'll need Chronica to like cure me of my ailment? Whatever. Okay, so. I don't know. Like the thing about the arcade endings is that they're so dumb. I mean, they've been bad before. Like I remember the ones in 10 not being very good either. I don't know. Like it just seems so exaggerated, right? Like I just think the game. The big problem with me for the game is the DLC and the general gameplay. Like I'm not. Like I don't like SJWs. I've said this before, but from my impressions, I'm not having a ton of issues with that in this game. At least in the story mode. Like that might change once I actually see that ending. But yeah, for now, I'm leaning towards, it being perfectly fine. Yes, perfectly acceptable, I should say, for what it is. I'm also, Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, I bought so many Final Fantasy games, I can't even keep track of them all. Like I'm trying to play World of Final Fantasy. That's the only one. Like I bought pretty much every one they released on Switch. Like World of Final Fantasy is the only one I've played. I have Choco Mystery Dungeon, haven't played it. 7, haven't really played it on Switch. I mean, 9, I've hardly played it. Like, what was the other one? I think that was it, right? Yeah, 12 is the other one it's coming to. Like 12 is one of the ones I've never played, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how good it is. Like I've heard conflicting things about it. I don't know. Like I played a demo of it at a GameStop or some shit, and it gave me massive Xenoblade vibes, and that like really put me off. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I've played neither of those. I have not played Ys yet. Not played Dragon Quest Heroes 2 yet. I would imagine Ys is better. That's the one I'm more looking forward to. That's mostly just I don't know. Like Heroes is a Warriors game. I don't know. Warriors games are just kind of weird like that. And there's like a bazillion Dragon Quest games coming out. Like it's Dragon Quest 11. I'm super hyped for. Oops. So yeah, I feel like okay, like so like Jax's arcade ending, he like literally makes Wakanda like Wakanda, you could say. Like I don't know, like Black Panther. I don't know, like I get this impression it's just led to this weird sort of I don't know mindset among certain people that I don't know, man. It just I mean, there's nothing interesting about this guy at all. Garrus, like, what a boring looking design. He's just like some guy. And like that's the thing about 10. Like you could say a lot about 10, but like the designs for the characters were not boring. I would say like the designs for the new characters in 10 were like a series highlight. Like they came up with so many good characters in 10. Yeah. Baron Tor was interesting. Yeah, Baron Tor is not even in this game. Like what? Aaron Black. Aaron Black is. People love Aaron Black. So.
You shall let monks exceed your reputation. I respect your spirit, but Chronica's will must be done.
Chronica. Oh yeah, he can stop us in mid motion. Okay, why didn't you just do that in the first place? Just come on. Yeah, Chronica looks lame too. Was there another one? I think they have like a third one. And they're not going to explain who these people are or what they've been doing. Now they just sort of exist now.
If they die, their realm themselves will cease to exist. We need them to defend the keep.
Okay, whatever. That's a nice justification for it.
Yet again, Liu Kang, you've chosen the wrong destiny.
What? What is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I've heard that Shao Kahn quote. I personally think that's hilarious. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know. Like, here's the thing about the SJW thing. The thing that really gets me, and I kind of want to go off on a rant about this. I get the impression, I really do get the impression that these anti-SJW people, I guess I am one of them, but these anti-SJW people are becoming more and more like the SJWs every day, where they're advocating for like they're looking for things to get offended by. And that's like the thing I'm noticing a lot with this release is that like who cares about like stuff like that, really? I don't. I just don't. Yeah, personally, I think it's hilarious that they made the Emperor of Outworld like quote Donald Trump. Like that's just my opinion, but I don't know. Like I don't see a reason to be offended by that. Like that's just my opinion. But it just comes off like people are looking for reasons to be upset, and that's not something I really take all that seriously. You know what I mean? It's just you're trying to be offended.
I know how humanity to resculpt the sands of time. The Netherrealm's undead army will protect the keep as I mark. Shall come. When will you deliver the
There's Sector.
Soon, it will be mine once Coulson is killed.
And what is your progress, Sector?
The cyber factory is modified to your specifications. Production exceeds projections.
I don't know. Like, this is one of the things I noticed about Mortal Kombat 11. I mean, I checked my email today, and Amazon notified me and let me know that the price for Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch decreased to $50. Not the typical 60 to 50. And I'm not really sure what that means. Like, did they price cut it to try and stay competitive, to try and entice people to like buy it right away? Was it like suffering? Were people canceling pre-orders? I'm kind of interested in seeing like how badly this game does in retail, because I do think the microtransactions and like the really bad word of mouth is really going to hurt it. Like, nobody seemed excited by this. Like, once we started hearing more about it, it just felt like this complete train wreck. And all right.
All great. What did the elder god say? We must find Kronika, wrest the control of history from her. If we succeed, our destiny can change. So what we were told is true? You were involved in our deaths? Yes. As the timeline continued, my decisions would have led to your deaths. But the elder gods assure me that such a future is not inevitable. This is but one of many possible timelines. That is a lot to think of. Rest assured, Kung Lao, I am aware now of what may come. I will not bring harm to either of you. You have my vow. Thank you. We must find Kronika's keep and strike it as hard and as fast as we can muster before all is lost.
These new games really want to make Kung Lao into a dick. I don't get it. That characterization makes no sense to me. It just,
What have you learned about Kronika's effect on Earthrealm?
We're tracking sites around the globe with major temporal anomalies. Picture's still fuzzy.
Our kid's something, isn't she?
Cage. I'm not your so
Sorry. Too easy.
we prioritized info that correlates attacks from the Netherrealm with time anomalies.
Helpful. But we have more to worry about than the Netherrealm.
Yeah, we do. Grandmaster Sub-Zero reports heavy losses to his Lin Kuei clan. The Time Merger has resurrected his old enemy, Sector.
Sector? Was he not the Grand Master who years ago enslaved the Lin Kuei?
That's him. He's reactivating and upgrading the same factory he built to convert the Lin Kuei into cyber killing machines.
Undoubtedly to construct new and more powerful cyber Lin Kuei. Kronika may seek to co-opt them. What of Sub-Zero?
Already on his way to shut down the factory. Grandmaster Hasashi is going with him.
Grandmaster Hasashi? Hanzo Hasashi?
Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Okay, so they're teaming up this time. Okay. Fire and Ice, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Okay. We're doing this. Okay, complete bros. It's official. They're bros now. Whatever. He's sneaking up on him.
You are here, Spirit Sub-Zero. I recognize your footsteps, Hanzo. With Sector, I will not let it further my clan again. The old cyber Lin Kuei factory was defunct, buried beneath this quarry. Until the time disruption, now Sector's returned and reactivated. He's building an army by processing Lin Kuei warriors kidnapped from my temple. I can see why you need me. We could enter through that tunnel, but a frontal assault would be bloody, needlessly dangerous. There's another entrance, less populated.
Okay, whatever.
And the rest of your plan, we get help on the inside.
Didn't Sub-Zero look older in X? Okay. True. Yeah, I'll have to switch between these two because I want to play as both. I usually main Sub-Zero, but I mean, I like both. I usually like Scorpion. Scorpion, stop standing over his shoulder. Like, that's just creepy as fuck. Cyrax. Now, who's that? That's not Frost, is it? I can't think of who else that would be. Yeah, White Cloak. Okay.
Focus on the safety of Cyrax. He's the key. We require additional candidates for cyberization.
Once delivered, how long before the next generation?
All right, here we go. He's suplexing. Okay. Yeah, it was Frost. I knew it. I knew it. I called that shit. Well, where was Frost in the last couple of games? Oh, come on. Come on. My honor. Just okay, I'm doing Sub-Zero. Being this genre of Frost. Yeah, I don't know shit about Frost other than like she's other than the fact that she's Sub-Zero's apprentice. And that she really ate Sonya for some reason. Like that's all I remember. Like I remember she was in Deadly Alliance, but yeah, that's yeah, Sub-Zero is awesome. Okay. Yeah, I like this already. Okay. Sub-Zero is faster than it usually is, actually. Wow. Yep, very enjoyable. Okay. Ross, shut up. You're not cool. Okay. I don't know. Just being a female Sub-Zero is kind of lame, you know? Like, if you're gonna have a Sub-Zero apprentice, like, make her different somehow. Like, just I will end you. I don't know. This is like the thing I think I'm having. The issue I'm having with the plot so far is that things just sort of seem to happen, no real explanation. I can see it getting annoying eventually. It's kind of reaching that point with me now, actually. Frost just sort of shows up out of nowhere. It's like with Kenshi and Ten, right? They just sort of expect you to know who she is. Despite not being in the past couple of games. Just She got me. Yeah, but yeah, Frost is ugly. She has that stupid ass haircut I hate. Frost, take a nap. You need to go back to school. Go back to Ice Ninja training. I don't. Just get out of my way. You know, let me have Cyrax. That's what you get for not listening to teach.
You see yourself, Frost.
Whatever. Yeah, I really hope Injustice 2 is better than this. I haven't played it yet. I want to. I own it. I gotta get around to it.
Upgrade Cyrax. Is this Chronica's doing?
To better serve ourselves. We defend Chronic Ash and rewrites history.
So you're nothing but pawns.
We act to secure the Lingways glory in the new era.
Yeah, whatever. Scorpion?
I'll deal with Cyrax.
Yeah, I'll play Scorpion now. Okay, Scorpion. Let's go Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. No. Versus not Scorpion, not Sub-Zero. Versus Cyrax. All right.
You will be forced to serve.
I've been down that road, Cyrax. Never again.
Yeah, I don't think Scorpion's bad either. Okay. So was I just like stuck with bad characters I didn't like playing as? I don't know. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't feel as good as like 9 and 10 does, you know? Yeah, maybe I'll have to play them both again before I really get back to you on that. Yeah, that's just my impression, man. I think 9 and 10 are better. Okay. Okay. I don't know, like, how many times can you like kill off the monks and turn all the Lin Kuei into like cyborgs? Like, come on, we've been there, done that already. Like, do something new. Yeah, not bad at all. I like Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion's good. Sub-Zero's good. No one should be a slave.
Hurry, before we face more cyber Lin Kuei. You'll need a moment to initialize.
So Sub-Zero's a hacker now.
Sector, show yourself.
Oh, it's Noob Sabot. Brother!
You killed, swallowed in a storm of souls.
Yeah, Sub-Zero again. Sub-Zero versus Noob. Yeah, so I heard like Maximilian Dude really railed on this game because of like the loot boxes and DLC. I haven't looked at the video. I know he did it, but I'm not really sure everything he said. Because again, I'm not like super up to date with like all the standards when it comes to the fighting games or whatever. What is and isn't acceptable. But yeah, I can see why he was mad. Just looking at the DLC, man, that's just embarrassing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This looks like. Isn't this an Injustice stage? Yeah, it does. It does look exactly like that. Right, the one with the lab and like the the laser and the bolt. Yeah, I think it is. What the fuck, NetherRealm? They really think. Brother, just like. I like jumping and kicking people. Well, it seems to work, so whatever. Got him. Done.
We share blood. We are not brothers.
Oh, come on. He got turned into Noob Saibot. Okay, now we have Cyrax. No, not again.
Your soul is intact, Cyrax. Trust me. I speak from experience.
Oh, come on. What?
We'll explain later. For now, know we share the same goal. Cyberlink's destruction. We need your help, Cyrax. I disable the communications network. It will shut down this factory and every Cyberlink we're connected to.
Kano? Probably is Kano. Oh, Sector. Some dishonor. Come on. He called me out personally. Scorpion's just taking the flamethrower.
Selling out your clans will watch you with slaughter line. You should have killed him as he promised. Now I finish what he could not.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get burned out on this already. Like, it's not as frustrating as 10, but yeah, it's not keeping me interested like the way 9 does, you know? With like, the elements. Like, it doesn't have anything as engaging, right? Like, it has like a good arc to it, right? Instead of like, it's not like one event, right? Like, you have like you go through those tournaments, you go through those like 3 tournaments, right? You have like the you go through the plots of Mortal Kombat's 1, 2, and 3, right? The Earthrealm one, the Outworld one, and then like the one where they invade Earthrealm. So that kept it interesting. It kept it progressive. It like kept it well paced. Kept keeping them. It kept it introducing new characters. Like it felt like people were doing new things. I don't know. Oh yeah, I love how the flame hurts me in the game. It doesn't hurt me in the actual. Whatever. Oh, that's right. The machines weren't in 10, were they? I explicitly remember that being controversial. Sub-Zero. Okay, Sub-Zero. Nope. Sector, stop spamming the flamethrower. Okay. Okay, what? That was cheat. Okay. That was just bullshit. Okay. Okay, I'll get him next time. No problem.
No sirens. You started this quiet. Selling out your clan for what you would
Slaughter mine.
You should have killed him as he promised. Now I finish what he could not. Fight.
Okay, oops. Okay. I don't know. Maybe if I just get to the use the different pace of the game, I'll start to enjoy it more. I don't know. Like I kind of feel playing these other characters. Maybe once I get to the point where I play the characters I really like, I'll start to enjoy it. Maybe. Okay, move list. Where's the spear? There we go. Oh, is this how they're squeezing more characters in like a 12 chapter story? Just by having you like tag team all the time? Whatever, that's kind of what?
I mean, I'll reformat the system drives to shut us all down. Why? It's not the end. Then we'll find a way to escape. Anything is possible. Hanzo and I are living proof.
Okay, nobody dies in Mortal Kombat.
Machine or man, you have a war in your soul. As long as I am Grandmaster.
Yeah, I heard about the DLC leaking. I am not buying the DLC. Like after the whole microtransaction thing, no. I'm just not doing it. Like they want $35 for like 6. No, that's not going to happen. I won't even pay that much for like a game I like Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm not paying the DLC for that. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be happy with the DLC either.
How lady trying to get all the service she needs. I can't quite feed till I'm out of the job.
Kano, you look nothing like you did in the... Whatever, Kano. These redesigns, man. Like, something about them is just really getting on my nerves.
Tell you a story.
Some frame damage. So it looks good. Also, someone did a software mark.
Oh, yeah. Critics are definitely shills. Like, I just want to point this out because this really should have been brought up in reviews. This should have been brought up by the media. Like, this needs to be a big controversy. Like, this kind of DLC exploitation is completely unacceptable. And I fully endorse, like, a boycott of this game purely for this reason. Fuck them. Fuck Warner Brothers. This is not okay.
Lawsuits for papers can be replicated hundreds of times, thousands. As a tall order, but anything's possible with the right hand. Serve Monica, and she will provide.
Aaron Draft.
Trust me.
Oh, it's Future Kano. Whatever. What? No. What? Oh. No. That's past Kano.
Otherwise, you can use trust.
He has that stupid mustache and beard. What? He looks ridiculous.
You weren't kidding. It's like a mirror reflecting the past.
Wait.
Over 50 and still unwritten.
What? Okay. So the younger Kano looks older than the older. Like, how could they fuck up their character designs this bad? Just, I had this problem with like Sonya and Cassie Cage too. Like, I could not tell them apart. Just like,
There's still the matter about it. We get paid in the new era. Chronicle will make sure the Black Dragon come out on top. But only in the black market. Right. Let's get to
I love how they're wearing their sash in the exact same way. Just
Who's that at you?
The network's something. I hate being something. Gals clean your walls.
Be patient. You get to
I know I'm still alive. I can see the ghost.
You and me both. But they aren't ghosts. Oh, that's not real.
Can this get any more bizarre?
I love how Jackie's mom is in any of these pictures. Jax, what are you doing? I love how he's become a farmer. It's just like, that's great.
Come on.
Well, time to come out of retirement. I love how overprotective he is of her. That's great. What's with that TV? You would think you'd be able to afford something a little bit nicer. I mean, shit, that.
Jackson Briggs. Do not fear. I have come to offer you a new life. A better life.
She's offering him Wakanda.
See, we've never met.
We have not met. I know you. How valiantly you have served. How horribly you have suffered. That was not my plan for you.
Your plan?
You were to retire distinguished, not in disgrace. Years from now, General Jackson Briggs. More importantly, your daughter was not to serve nor endure the same tragedies you have.
Chronic is, they're going for it. They're making Wakanda. Jade.
He relies on their power.
Scouts tried to turn Hunter more upon the country lost the boys. At home, in Shao Kahn's escape, they stopped on spot.
Please advise me of what you learned. I must consult the elder gods.
Katana. Okay.
Lord, he lies elsewhere. I need this Queen Shiva.
Shiva, what?
Kronika
Since when was she a queen? Okay.
Queen Shiva does not trust me. What Shokan has is my bloody battle with God.
She was always respectful more than anyone.
Since when? Okay.
Thank you.
Are you my friend or his contact? It was my idea to come. It's in your best interest. Succeed in Shiva and come with pledges loyalty to you. There's no bond sacred to an obstacle.
Okay, whatever.
I remember when it was like this.
Oh, come on.
Has changed as I grow up. Thankfully,
You haven't changed much either, despite the things. You're still the same noble warrior I met in Shao Kahn's court. And now you're
Like, what the fuck, Jade? Why are you Jade, she's going for it. She's going for it.
no woman stained your bed because of you.
Mary had tried.
Yet they say, why?
Why doesn't Shao Kahn? Aw, what the fuck? That's so cheesy. You motherfucker. What? Come the fuck on. Shao Kahn, Kotal Khan, and Jade. Really? Really?
Set fire to them. If he's in, he will be smoked out.
We don't know who else is.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out how to get video so like you can see what I'm reacting to. That's in the agenda eventually. Oh no, Jade kidnapped by a bug. This is like something out of Pikmin. Like shit. Look at that thing. Uh-oh. Evil Jade. There can be only one. No. Okay. Where were you in Mortal Kombat 10? Oh, well, no, she died. That's right. Yeah, yes, it's time travel. Did 9 emphasize their friendship? I don't remember. Oh, that's right, they did. But yeah, sort of. Yeah, Jade's not bad to play either. Okay, there we go. Jade's cool. Okay. I mean, I've always liked Jade, but yeah. She was never my main in 9, and she wasn't in 10, I believe. She wasn't in 10, right? I'm pretty sure she wasn't. Okay, let's see what her fatal blow is like. Yep. Yep. There we go. Beat her.
When called for a harmony compass, we must.
Oh, Kuro Khan came jumping in after her. Oh no, Devora.
You will leave for your betrayal tomorrow.
This one acts only for the high survival.
So one of the things that annoyed me about 10 was that like the overt focus that Devora got. Like instead of establishing the other new characters. Oh no, she's doing it. No, I will not.
You best leave.
Oh shit, you don't try to. I saw that coming. Stay away from my man, Devora. Okay. Oh yeah, that's one of the woke things about like that stuck out to me about like Mortal Kombat 10, right? The kiss of death. Now, the kiss of death, like in and of itself seems like an interesting idea for fatality, right? But in context for the story, it was used for like in a really questionable way, and by that I mean like it was used on Melina. So you have this like crazy ass bug lady, Devora, kissing, lesbian kissing Melina and like fucking up her face and just I don't know. It was like kind of creepy, but at the same time, it was like it had that like feel to it, like it was supposed to be I don't know, titillating, I guess, very social justice pandering. I don't know how to put it. It had that feeling to it, right? In the story mode, it was a prominent death scene of a established character. That was just my opinion on that. Oops. Let's see here. Die. Jade. Devora. Okay. Yeah, she got me. I mean, I like Devora in 10, but like I think she needed, like again, it's one of those cases like don't overuse your cool characters, right? So yeah, Injustice came out in 2013. Mortal Kombat 10 came out in 2015. I believe Injustice 2 came out in 2017, right? And now it's like 2019, so it's going to be like what, 2021 when we get Injustice 3, or whatever. Kind of weird to say, isn't it? Like I was just thinking about this. Like at the end of the year, this year, it's going to be a new decade, so that's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. So worst decade of gaming in history. Like let's just get out there right now. Just outside of like Nintendo consoles, there was nothing of value. Just holy fucking shit from start to finish, complete mess. Right? Ooh. Another realm, like back in the day, back in like Mortal Kombat 9, back when Injustice first came out, like those. I was saying that like NetherRealm was like one of the best third-party studios out there. They were making all this really cool stuff. They were being creative. The games were fun to play, and now look at them. They're doing all this stupid shit. Very, very disappointing. Well, Warner Brothers fucked them over, I guess. That's what it feels like. Yeah. With the Switch, I'm way more optimistic that like the 20s will be way better than the 10s. Like with the Switch dominating and like third parties declining all the time, and just more and more of these studios going bankrupt. Like I hope this will lead to a new golden age of gaming. I'm pretty optimistic. Like the Switch is already really, really positive, right? Like it was a bright spot in this otherwise really, really terrible decade, right? But we'll just have to see. You should take half my health with a single whatever. Whatever. I'm just gonna X-ray them. Yeah. Yeah, I expect a ton of like the big studios from the 2000s, the aughts, and the new 10s, right? A lot of them are going to go bankrupt and become irrelevant in the next few years. Like you've already seen this happen with like Destiny, with Bungie, with BioWare, with Mass Effect. I think it's happening with NetherRealm now. I suspect Warner Brothers, they all have their own problems, right? Like Assassin's Creed has different problems than like the Arkham games, but like it all amounts to the same thing. And it's like nobody's happy with the way they're directing things. Like nobody wants another Batman game, and yet that seems to be what we're gonna get. Oh yeah. People defend Arkham Knight. Like that really disgusts me. Like people will like still say that like, Rocksteady is this amazing developer. What have they made other than the Arkham games? Absolutely nothing. And considering how bad Arkham City and especially Arkham Knight are, yeah. Rocksteady is trash. I hate them. Hate them. No, we defeated Dvorak pretty quickly. Yeah, that's the end of that, huh?
Before us spoke the truth. We are outnumbered.
Give me a few of your best soldiers. We'll infiltrate the camp and search for Shao Kahn and see.
What you propose is dangerous.
Of course it is.
Check buttons. What the fuck is with these females? They look goofy as fuck. Okay. Okay. This is the first time we've seen human Outworld soldiers. Like they usually just use Tarkatans or Shokan. Is Tarkatan female?
It's all right. I won't harm you. Looking for Shao Kahn. Please.
Oh, Jade fucked that up. I don't think we've seen an ordinary Tarkatan female before. It's always just been Melina, who's of course not fully Tarkatan. So yeah, kind of interesting there. Oh, Jade. Shit, she's just beating the shit out of these guys. Okay. Those bodies look way too not eaten. Like that's the thing. Like cartoons are supposed to be like carnivorous, meaning they eat like people, but we've like never seen them do that. I don't think. Okay. In fact, like going by Mortal Kombat, like they seem to be kind of chumps. Like remember the towers in Mortal Kombat 9 where like you fight Tarkatans and they're like really wimpy for some reason? I just The Baraka is supposed to be like unusually strong for them.
All these years and still you exploit others to rise above your station.
Does she always talk like that? Who's this guy? Stay away from my waifu. Okay, his sword looks like, you know, sort of sword like Guts would use. Well, maybe a bit smaller, but it has that same sort of like, you know, design to it. You use it in the same sort of way. Who is this guy? He's like some Shokin, but he's scrawnier than the others we've seen. Like, is he playable? Who is this guy? Collector? Okay. Yeah, they didn't explain anything about who this guy is. It just, yeah, another thing. Like, just what? I guess it's kind of interesting to see like a scrawnier Shokin, but yeah, he looks different. Like, his design's just not all that interesting. Like, it's the same problem that like Garrus and shit, what's her name? Like, the girl has, you know? Like, she's just not. It's just not an interesting design to look at, basically. Is what I'm saying here, right? 10 had like great designs for everything, like great art design, great character design for the most part. I mean, I guess 10 had like 10 was the start of the problems here. You know, with like you know, underutilized characters and like underdeveloped character designs. Like I mentioned, Jackie. Yeah, but like I thought this guy was going to be a generic NPC just by looking at him, but no, he's a playable character. Like, what's up with that? This is supposed to be a new character too. Like, come on, you can make a new character look more interesting than this guy. Is this how like people felt toward like the newer some of the older Mortal Kombat games? Like once like the sequel started to seep in. Like I don't know. Like I think this guy looks boring as shit. Jade, don't let yourself get your happiness. Okay, kill him, Jade. Okay. Whatever. I lost the collect. Okay, whatever. Jade, what would Kotal think if he saw you getting the crap beat out of you? Okay, just like you want him to like want to be kissed by Deborah? Just come on. Rise up, be a real woman, get the shit out of this guy. Stop teleporting and let me kill you. Okay. There we go. Oops. Yep, got him, I think. Yep, got him. Yeah, I think Jade's more fun to play in 9, but whatever. I don't know, the one-liners in 9 were better. 9 was funnier, too. Like, this game had, like, one really funny line so far.
I never execute them.
Oh, no, come on. You're not really going to go this route, right? This is going to be like some Game of Thrones bullshit where like, ooh, you spare these people you shouldn't have spared. Just come on. No, come on. Don't do it. This is stupid. Come on.
Cousin, this is cruel. Men didn't fight us. They are children.
Oh, come on.
In my time, they joined Melina in rebellion against me.
These aren't the same Tarkovsky. A better card would offer them a warm hand, not cold steel.
Fight.
Oh, come on. This is gonna. Yeah, this is gonna end. I'm not sure what happens in the show, but in Game of Thrones, Daenerys spares this woman that like her people fucking, out of pity, Daenerys spares this woman, right? Whose people were slaughtered by Daenerys' people, right? The Dothraki. What's the king's name? I can't remember. Well, anyway, so Daenerys spares this woman and is just like, yeah, you can look after me. I don't give a shit. Like, I want to spare you. I want to be generous. And yeah, this woman fucking betrays her, right? She ends up killing her husband. So it's all completely, it's just not a good idea, okay? That just, Jade, just don't, like, you would think Jade would know this. Like, she's a fucking, she what, grew up as an assassin in Shao Kahn's court? Like, she's seen a lot worse shit than this. Like, yeah, so that Jade's being an SJW, I think. This is exactly something like an SJW would see. Like, think of the children. I didn't see any children there. Like, what are you talking about? Well, anyway. So yeah, Jade's the token SJW in this game. Yeah, is that why she's in love with Kotal Khan? She's like, taming this brutal warlord into becoming more progressive. Is that her character arc? Is that the point of this romance between them? Like, just
These aren't the same.
ah.
A better card would offer them a warm hand, not cold steel.
Fight.
Whatever. Jake, are you forgetting that like Tarkatan's fucking eat people? Like, come on. This is like, oh yeah, she talks about how she wants to save these people, but she's willing to take a Tarkatan and then throw them at her enemy. What the fuck, Jade? You're terrible. Okay. What the fuck was that thing? Okay. Okay. Is that why Kotal likes her? Because she can kick his ass? Just, whatever. I don't know. Like, I cannot just shake the feeling that this is going to be a bad idea. This seems straight out of Game of Thrones to me. I am your Khan. Whoa, he's trying to like impose his patriarchal right over me, his ownership over me. I gotta fight back. I can't let him do this to me. I gotta protect the minorities, man. Okay, shit. The poor oppressed people of Outrealm. I gotta protect them from Kotal Khan. I'm a social justice warrior. Oops, shit. Okay. Fuck. I thought he got me there. Okay. God damn it, he got me. Damn it. Okay, another round. Check your privilege, Kotal Khan. Okay. For a woman he really wants to fuck, he sure isn't like holding back on me. Okay. Okay. Talk about a slap kiss relationship. Shit. Okay, Jake, stop sucking. Okay. You got me, shit. All right, okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last chapter before I sign off for the night. I'm just like, man. Are you sure? How do you know that? Are you like convinced? Like, from what I understand, Tarkatans are supposed to be really brutal. Just I don't know. Like, I just don't have patience for this kind of bullshit. Okay. Yeah, if they do betray them, like this is gonna be like a Game of Thrones ripoff. I guarantee you, it's gonna be the same sort of bullshit. Like you have like the woman that Jane is like imprinting on. You have this bullshit like. Am I gonna become Khan after I beat him? Like, am I gonna take like the reins out because I'm stronger than him? I'll become the first ever matriarch of the Outrealm Society. There we go. Jade wins. I love the way that she leans up against her staff. That's cool as shit. I kind of miss the pole dancing though. Like again, it's different, but I don't think that makes it bad exactly. Or at least the personality, right? The characters. Outworld needs a woman's touch. I've had to protect these people. For the minorities. Okay. What's she gonna do next? Like, try to legalize centaur-human relationships? Is she gonna say that like I can't believe I made out with you. Oh yeah, great idea. Beating the shit out of him like when you know Shao Kahn is like not far away. Come on. Like, yeah, you didn't think this through. The warrior has fallen. Okay. I love how Jane just stands there like she's just like, oh, that's right. She let her social justice warrior instincts take over. And she forgot she was in a literal fucking war zone. Just Chronica, that's it. Politana, what? Okay, whatever.
Nature demands balance is perfection. You have stepped out of your way, made that balance impossible. That's why the new era has to
What the fuck is she talking about?
holding on is absolutely. Combined minds of Outworld and another realm to keep your forces at bay, while my mother finishes her work.
Do not underestimate Earthrealm's warriors.
You are right to have been fond of these men. They were good souls.
So the Elder Gods are fucking with us again. Whatever. We've known this about them for years. They're complete assholes.
And the arms are an upgrade. It'll be payback time next time I see her back.
Oh, I made sure he got his.
I imagine future me is out kicking ass with these right now.
Cassie told you that future you spent time as a rebel.
Sounded horrible. Can't imagine becoming Shinnok's puppet. But she says I come back from it.
The experience haunted Dad. But then that mom, she brought you back to life.
Love of a good woman. Like the sound of that.
She was Dad's everything.
Oh, she's dead.
last year.
Oh, come on.
Ever since
Come on. She's dead? Why are there no pictures of her then? Like, could they not just died of what? Just
you're trying to access income.
they really didn't want to show her, huh?
Cross-check the word past the points. Software can suss out the dots. Now that's progress.
Sonya, why do you look exactly the same as your daughter? That just Johnny, shut up. Johnny, what are you doing?
So, man, you think princess is there? What was that thing, blonde? Ever since Susie Leonardo, Junior, take it from me, you didn't miss much. That woman over there, she's real.
Johnny.
Oh, I got it, brother. Tell you I saw him swear to tap that at the earliest opportunity.
Oh, Johnny.
What? It's her destiny.
Oh, Johnny.
Who's your father? I can't believe I said that. Or, my dad isn't the Johnny you know. He grew up. I like to think you rubbed off on him. As a kid, I loved that to both of you. My dad, your grandfather, was my hero. Call me private pumpkin. Huh. That's what you called me. We should get back to work.
I don't know. Like, I think Cassie explaining Sonya's death, like, I don't know, kind of ruins it. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
General Blade. That would be proud.
What's with like Sonya's like personality shift? That's just like really getting on my nerves.
She's nothing like she was in the first two games. The last two games, man. Sonya, act more like yourself. Well, I guess that resulted in 10, which resulted in like the bullshit with like, Johnny and just I hate that so
I'm a star. This is a military operation, not a movie set. I'm only the best fighter here, but your daughter's got me sitting at the kids' table. Our daughter is CEO. A little humility might earn her respect. Dad always said, hungry people eat lunch, humble people serve it. Dad was an asshole. Hollywood made us an even bigger one. Yeah!
Okay, this is great. Johnny Cage mirror match. Okay.
Hey, Johnny doesn't play bad either. Yeah. So they start off with the worst characters, I guess. Yeah, Johnny plays fine. Sub-Zero plays fine. I swear, Johnny is like more of an asshole than he was in 9. Like 9, at this point, he was like supposed to have mellowed out a lot, right? Because like, yeah, he like saved Sonya like halfway through, right? He stopped being an asshole after the first tournament, right?
No, man, just kick your ass. Got lucky.
Oh, shut up, Johnny. You got lucky. Whatever, Johnny. I don't know. Johnny doesn't seem to act like he did in 9. Sonya definitely doesn't act like she did in 9. What's with Sonya's face? It looks so stiff.
You left me behind? Excuse me? My final mission. How did you? No, I'm not doing this. Not now. Not with you. Damn it, Cassie. You abandoned me? I just saved the company. That was my order. Who the hell gave you that order? You did. Read the full report, Lieutenant.
Come on. Lame. Could have been handled better. Shit. Whatever.
You think I had it right? How am I leaving?
Aaron Black. What happened to like the present day Aaron Black? We haven't seen him yet. Or in a while. He was in the beginning, I think. Kano's. Ugh. Come on. And Sector's back. Okay. Ugh. Whatever, guys. Just whatever. This whole Sonya Cassie drama, like, it's not well handled. Again, compared to 9, 9 handled this kind of thing way better. Okay.
Oh, that street's like Friday.
He shot our face, Johnny.
He shot our face. He's gonna get his show. Funny way of saying howdy, partner. I was saying goodbye. Now, why is the last Texas boy like Aaron Black who banged with Black Dragon? Over you works for Cold Time. He's one of the good guys, kinda. But I get sides. I pick a winner every time.
Shut up, Aaron. Okay. Are they ever going to explain how he ended up in Outworld? He just. Okay, whatever. Hey, Johnny's really fun to play. Flawless victory. What the fuck was that? That was some like revolver ocelot shit right there. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You chose poorly.
Oh, that's great.
Cassie! Sonia! freak him.
All right.
They took Mom, Sonia.
Why?
I'll get her. Can we find out where they've gone?
Okay, Cassie, whatever. Cassie can't do shit without like passing out or like I guess it's better than what she was in 10, right? Where she was doing all this stupid shit, you know, beating the bad guy in the end. I just you know, Liu Kang tire fighter, apparently. I just are like the cages like the new protagonists of these games? Because like they always seem to be get the most screen time. I just why'd they capture Sonya specifically? Or whatever. Johnny Cage took a tank. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's something about this that I just don't like. I can't really put my finger on it. Like I could with 10, you know? 10, I had a lot of issues with it. Like, this just seems, I don't know, bland. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to call it quits for now, actually. Let's wait till the next chapter, maybe? I said that last chapter. I get it. You're setting up a fight. I gotta save Sonya. Is this what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get with the younger Sonya.
Johnny Cage. Cyrax defeated you when you were none of them stronger. As I am his superior, I am yours.
You forget the time I beat Shinnok mano a mano. Oh wait, forget that.
Fight!
Whatever, Johnny. I don't care. I don't care about the time you beat Shinnok. That was contrived horseshit, and you know it. Okay. So Sector's the main villain in this game? Okay. Weird decision. I've been fighting him a bunch of times. Like I haven't fought Kano yet, but like I fought Sector like I don't know. Weird villain choices this time around. Yeah, I think they're gonna have to like seriously work on their scripting going forward. Because I think the ideas for a good plot or this it's not like with 10 where like all the ideas were really stupid. This seems to have the general ideas, but it's not like as interesting. You know, they're not handled well, you know what I mean? Okay. Yep, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny's really to my liking. It's weird because I fucking hated playing as Cassie. Like playing as Cassie was like, is this game garbage? Like, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Who's next? Next. Hollywood.
Rules of nature. No, he's doing it. He's doing it. He's going for the crotch shot. He did it in an actual cutscene. Holy shit! Holy shit! He did it. Holy fucking. Shut up, Kano. Like, Kano did not look like this. And he didn't have that stupid looking mustache in 10 either. Like, just. I just like. Is someone going to job at the end? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm really curious as to how this is going to end because. I guess anything could happen at this stage. I'm only about like what, halfway through. So yeah, Johnny Cage actually crotch-shotted Kano in a cutscene. I'm just like, wow, he recovered from that awfully quickly. That looks like a really hard hit. Okay. Wait, he has knives in his boots, like Raiden? Whatever. That looks awful, an awful lot like something Raiden would do. Well, okay, whatever. Oh, he actually has a real fatal blow this time. All right. An Oscar? Whatever.
No one threatens my family. Well. That sounds a full-on generation swapped in.
I can't believe Sonya's playing the damsel in distress. That's just like, again.
That makes sense. Between Ninja Mime and Lady Liberty, we've got all the leverage. We're leaving.
Okay. Why are they're kidnapping Johnny too? The younger versions of the kid. Why? Okay.
Go get Mama's hat. And the base? Take it care of.
I don't know. Like, I think they shouldn't have lost that fight. I just like, whatever. Young Johnny just had the job. Okay. No, Mother, I'm losing you again. Mother! Oh no, she's gonna pull a Wind Waker link. She's gonna jump right off the cliff. Cassie, you had plenty of time to do something. What? She is gonna go for it. No, she's not. Cassie isn't half the man that Wind Waker Link is. Well, I guess Wind Waker Link didn't have a gun. Yeah, she just struck it with a tracking device.
Let's go get them.
Anyone else hear that beeping?
Did you not? That's right.
Have I arrived too late? You're
back in the nick of time.
Oh, come on, Ryan. Come on. Like, Ryan couldn't show up like 5 seconds earlier and, like, come on.
That's what I call a miracle.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Grandmaster Hasashi, I humbly request the Shirai Ryu's hospitality. My Sky Temple has been compromised. There is no safer place for us to gather.
Lord Raiden, welcome to the Fire Club.
The elder gods are gone. Shinnok is Kronika's son. No wonder she sent the Black Dragon after me and Dad. We both kicked his ass.
It is not vengeance that drives Kronika. She restarts history to balance light and dark among the realms. What can we do, Lord Raiden? Gather Earthrealm's forces. But that effort will be for naught if Kotal Khan's armies cannot join us. Cetrion informed me that Shao Kahn has captured Kotal Khan. We must spare no effort to free him. Kung Lao and I will go. We will run it.
Oh, of course! Liu Kang volunteers himself to go. Liu Kang immediately volunteers himself to go find Katana. Just thirsty. Ugh.
Queen Shiva, haven't your people fared better under Kotal Khan than Shao Kahn?
In some ways. But we can only guess which Khan will prevail in this struggle. We gain no advantage choosing sides now.
She didn't used to speak like that. Or whatever.
Liu Kang.
Yeah, why are you here? You can wait out in the hall. She's in the middle of an important meeting. Fuck off.
He must act before he is executed. My people will not rally to a Khan held in chains.
We have Earthrealm support, Your Highness. With yours, we can guarantee victory.
There is no path to victory without the Tarkatans. If they can be swayed to Kotal Khan, it would be to our advantage to join him.
I will return, Queen Shiva, with the Tarkatans at my side.
That's
Together we will march.
coming of age, Katana. Okay. Yeah, that was her chapter name, coming of age. Like, isn't Katana supposed to be like 10,000 years old? I just, whatever. And way to fuck that up, Jade. This is entirely Jade's fault. She had to be such a social justice warrior. She ruined everything. For like Outworld, for Kotal Khan, for like shit. Like, did she seriously not think about this? Just,
What is it about Jade's blood that intrigues you, Scarlet?
The demon blood is not sweet, not pleasant. It is also a rare commodity.
what? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Well, I gotta play as Katana now, so that's gonna be something. I probably should stop here, though.
Where are they taking
To the Colosseum.
The Colosseum with a K. Okay, whatever.
We must turn our off first and attack Shao Kahn together.
The Tarkatans won't grant an audience. Their instinct will be to attack, not to mention Jade. At the first sign of trouble, they could kill him.
I have an idea.
Katana, whatever. Yeah, it better be a better idea than Jade's. Let's fight Kotal Khan for a stupid reason in the middle of the enemy camp. Like, come on.
Who is in charge here?
Oh, come on. Oh, she's wearing the mask. I will say, yeah, I really do like Katana's design in this.
Scarlet.
Our gift for Shao Kahn. We wish to join his fight against Kombat.
All those years, the Khan's high and mighty daughter, now brought to love by common soldiers, having learned finally that you're no better than the rest of
What is their relationship?
He is for Shao Kahn. We demand to see Baraka.
You won't be seeing anyone.
Oh, Liu Kang really. Okay, whatever. So I don't think Scarlett's and Katana's relationship has really been. Okay, so they're gonna fight now. Awesome. This relationship has never been explored, so let's see what they're like.
You betrayed your father, Kitana. I was shocked. By conquest. He stole everything from its rightful ruler, the father I never knew. Because your people and your bloodline will be.
All right. It's gonna beat Scarlet. Well, I'm really not gonna stop playing this, am I? Let's go. Okay. God damn, she got me just barely. I noticed they got rid of fighting styles in this game. I guess that's for the best, considering 10. Yeah, I never switched fighting styles in 10. I just stuck with one. Why? I just got in the way, you know? It felt like too much. Like, just having a different character is enough. You don't need to, like, have these bullshit special moves locked behind different styles, you know? Well, maybe this game has it. I didn't try outside of story mode. It locks you into them in 10 story mode, right? You can't choose. All right, okay. Katana. Getting her ass kicked. How hard is it to just swipe her a couple of times through the fans? Okay, there we go. Got her, just barely. Okay.
There is much power in conquest, Scarlet.
Yeah, whatever. Jade, we rescued her. Zero casualties? What? Who do you think you are, Corin? Okay.
Hey, Cole, Baraka won't join us. Koto's hate for the Tarkatans runs too deep. If I hadn't stopped him, Koto would have executed them all.
Yeah, how convenient. Shiva is only going to join them if they do something that they specifically cannot do.
Baraka, please listen. No more Tarkatans need to die.
Even you cannot Shao Kahn removed. Fight.
I mean, they have a point. Why would they support? Like, yeah, just tell Shiva to fuck off. Like, you don't need to cave into her demands. I am coming of age at 10,000 years old. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm ready to stop for now. I'll probably finish it next session. This is like what, chapter 7, right? So yeah, about halfway through that. 5 more after this. And definitely the most disappointing story mode I've played from a NetherRealm game. Well, when I talk about 10's the worst, yeah. Yeah, 10's just offensively bad. This is just boring, I would say. Yeah, I'm surprised because I heard Injustice 2 was really good. I don't know. I hope this is just a one-off thing and they fix all these problems. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Okay, so all right. Thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11? I'm getting bored with it, increasingly bored with it. I don't know. I'm frustrated with the DLC. I'm frustrated with all this stuff. The combat's not as good as it used to be. I just don't like the stages. I find a lot of this kind of dumb. The roster seems kind of small. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Like, it feels like to me that I would rather go back and play 9 again, playing this. And that's something that, like, you don't want from a sequel, right? You want to do something different, like be engaging enough to get people interested in moving on, even if, like, you prefer the original. Like, again, I prefer, the Donkey Kong Country games over 64, I would say, but, like, I'm still coming back and enjoying 64, because it's still a good game in its own right. Like, I don't get that impression at all from Mortal Kombat 11. Like, much like 10, I think it's going to be something where I just finish all the single-player content and then just move on, which is very, very disappointing, very, very underwhelming. I'm not too impressed with what I'm seeing here. We're gonna have to see just how this all ends next time. Like, it should have been a lot better. Is all I can say about this. We'll have to see if it gets really, really bad. If it stays the same, I don't think it's going to salvage itself at this point. I think it's just going to continue being this, like, boring, generic. I don't want to say a mess. It's just mediocre. I would put it like it's mediocre. Like, it doesn't excite me, but I don't really hate it either, right? In fact, I couldn't really stop playing it, so I guess it has some merit. I'm kind of curious as to what happens next, but which is more than I can say for 10 story for sure. But all in all, I'm just not convinced that this is the next Mortal Kombat. I just feel in a lot of ways that it's nothing more than a lazy rehash.